whole family played instruments. My grandfather Forrest played the fiddle, clarinet, and my uncle Murray played mandolin and banjo. They all played together as a family. His other... Oh, wow.
Well, in looking through some of Grant's material, some songs that he had written and things that he embraced as far as topics and so forth is concerned, it gave me the... I kind of honed in on an idea that Grant liked to write about things, difficult subjects, troubling times come out, and he was into writing songs about those things, and I kind of relate to that. And so this is a tune that Grant never would have heard, but it's an original, and it made me think of that because I think Grant himself was... This tune is called A Part-Time Poet, and I think he was a part-time poet as well, that when times got difficult, he might resort to his music or poetry, which could be turned into music, and use a little humor to help soothe the pain. Anyway, this is a little tune called A Part-Time Poet. I read my pain and past refrain, inner turmoil's lesson. Well, the words make sense, and for hence I sit for another session. A poet I'm not when my heart's got peace. Oh, did I mention? When agony descends, I'm a poet again, prolific when my heart's a wrenching. Well, the rhymes do flow from my heart, you know, and they answer every question about how and why you did fly. It's a good way to ease the tension. A poet I'm not when my heart's got peace. Oh, did I mention? When agony descends, I'm a poet again, prolific when my heart's a wrenching. Well, I'm a fiddler, you see, and pain comes to me a result of faulty invention. Well, unearned trust and awesome lust, poetic manifest extension. A poet I'm not when my heart's got peace. Oh, did I mention? When agony descends, I'm a poet again, prolific when my heart's a wrenching. Well, I'm writing these lines, I'm groping for rhymes, reverse is pain retention. No sense to this, and I'm near perfect bliss, faithful, joyous detention. A poet I'm not when my heart's got peace. Oh, did I mention? When agony descends, I'm a poet again, prolific when my heart's a wrenching. A poet I'm not when my heart's got peace. Oh, did I mention? When agony descends, I'm a poet again, prolific when my heart's a wrenching. All right. I think Grant would identify with that idea. I want this too.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We've got a couple more pieces of music for you. Looks like we're at the hour already. Well, we're going to do two quick ones anyways. Whether we're up against the time or not, we appreciate all you guys sticking around, hanging out with us tonight. It's been wonderful. But it's not over yet. Speaking of poetry, here's one of Grant's songs.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
stories to tell. I went to church this morning and I learned of a place called hell, oh yes. I learned of a place called hell. But I didn't get all the particulars, and this might sound rough and raw. If I knew where to buy the ticket, I might send my mother-in-law. Oh yes, I'd send my mother-in-law. Going back next Sunday, gonna have him tell me more. For I know some folks right here in town should have been in hell before. Oh yes, should have been in hell before. She bought some chickens, just a couple of hundred or more. But we still buy all the eggs we eat down at the country store. Oh yes, down at the country store. Wife bought a vacuum cleaner just to tidy up her room. But now I see she's cleaning it with the same old-fashioned broom. Oh yes, with the same old-fashioned broom. Whenever them peddlers come around with something new to sell, I walk right up and say to them, take your junk and go to hell. Oh yes, take your junk and go to hell. Well, it's not Sunday morning yet, so we can still sing that song, right?
We can. So these are a couple of dance tunes. This is one that Grant talked about learning to read and write music because he thought that might help him do some composing and whatnot. And this is a tune that he did not write, but this is a tune that was around. And I've seen versions of it written in this first, so we're going to play it in two little timings. The first one's kind of a syncopated Celtic kind of Scottish sound, and the second tune will kick it up and play a little bit more like it might have been played for a dance, maybe a little faster than it might have been played for a dance, but hard to say. This is called The Money Musk. Finished up with a little bit of Devil's Dream on the end there.
How's that for an abrupt ending? Well, thank you all so
Thank
much.
you.
We are glad to hang around and perhaps, I don't know, Jim and Jean, if you've seen any questions or comments we should be addressing. It's
Well,
been-
just first of all, we want to, on behalf of Music on the Delaware and the William B. Ogden Library and all the members who attended tonight, and I just want to thank you, Phil, Jim, and Dave. It was great song, great stories, great instrumentals. I'm just woo with the last piece, you know. So thanks so much. We had a really great time. But yeah, I'm not sure if there are any other comments or anything.
Somebody asked for, who wrote the part-time poet?
Oh, that's original. I wrote that.
Oh,
There you go.
great.
Oh, one last thing too. It is, we hope that this was a delightful evening, but we really hope we'll see you in person in the future.
We sure do too. That's always better, Jim. But thank you so much for being flexible and at least being able to present programs this way. We appreciate you guys and everything that you do.
It was a great program.
Thank
Really
you.
delightful.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
I think that was.
Think about boys. 1, 2, 3.